I was at a happy hour event today with real estate professionals. We have all gone through a program together, so it was an alum kind of reunion or happy hour, and I was talking to someone who works for someone else that I know, and that person started a company focused on the office sector. They bought, redeveloped, and operated office properties. That person is probably going out of business, and it's terrible because that person is a good person. They are professional. They have high standards. They give their best. They're smart. They're honest. They work hard. And yet, they're probably going to lose their company or have to shut it down. The reason is they bought a bunch of office properties with other people's money. Those properties are now worth a third of what they were when they bought them. Banks have already taken back 3 of their properties, which means the investors with whose money they bought those properties, that money's gone. Those investors lost their money. Those investors will never call this person again. They will never take his call again. They will never give him money again. They will never do business with him again. That's terrible. That's extremely unfair. It is what it is. The world is what it is. But this person is honest, and the only thing that they did wrong was to buy into a sector that they had no idea was going to change. And then COVID came along and decimated their business. This person probably hasn't taken a paycheck in years, or if he did, that's all he took. You know, whatever the smallest paycheck is that he could afford to give himself. He didn't get any profit from any of the properties he invested in. He didn't make the money that private equity people hope to make when they go into this business. I don't know what his financial situation is. I hope he's okay. But he probably doesn't have a company anymore. And God knows what he's going to do. Because the next company he starts, who knows who's going to invest with him. And this is a good person. He's not a bad person. He didn't lie to people. He didn't steal anybody's money. He was very good at his job, and something completely out of his control just wiped him out. This is unprecedented in our lifetimes. The recession 5 years ago was worse overall. It was a total national recession. This is just a real estate recession, but for real estate, this is worse. Because back then, there wasn't this obsolescence of the office sector. Like, everybody knew that if they waited long enough, all the properties would come back and be valued at more than what they ever were. Today, that's not the case. If you own office, you don't know when it will be worth what you bought it for, or if it ever will. That's terrible. So there are people facing really hard times. There are always people facing hard times, but today there are a lot of honest, hardworking, really smart, really qualified people in the real estate sector facing very hard times and hard decisions. And it's not their fault. They just happen to be in the way. They happen to be in the wrong place. Not everything in life is in our control. It makes you ask yourself, how do you plan for that? How do you plan for the things in life that are not in your control? I'm asking myself those questions right now. I'm asking myself what I could have done better over the last couple of years and what lesson I want to take from that and what I want to do better in the future. There's no clear answer. There are some obvious answers, but when you're giving your best and you don't have everything that you would want to feel completely safe, and bad times come, what are you supposed to do? I don't know that we can do anything but think about it, take whatever lessons there are for us, and shrug our shoulders at the end of the day, because nothing's guaranteed. No one is guaranteed happiness. All we can do is strive for it and give our best. Hopefully we learn our lessons. We take the humility. We let it make us better.